This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 33 and verse 33. And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come. Then shall they know that a prophet have been among them. Call halal, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Bahashem, Rachah, Hodash, that's giving all praise to the Most High, in the name of His only begotten Son, in the name of the Holy Spirit. Double honors to our teachers, the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who taught us His truth and sincerity, peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered abroad. Shalom to 144,000. Real quick, man, I want to go into this video right here you're going to see on the screen. Okay, it says, breaking, MrBeast featured Nolan, the first human patient of Neuralink, in his latest video. Now, this video came out 2 weeks ago. I saw a clip and I was looking for it, couldn't find it, but it finally came back up. And, you know, all through the spirit, man. Okay, this guy, MrBeast, is what they consider YouTube's most subscribed creator. Okay, and now he's promoting his, you know, he's promoting this technology to his fan base, which are mostly underage, you know, minors, children, okay, influential, to, you know, warp their minds into thinking this is cool, okay? So Yahweh Shem Yahushai is definitely showing these prophecies to be true in these last days. He's showing the whole world who the true men of the Lord were, starting with the head man of Great Millstone, our elders and apostles of Great Millstone on down. These are the true prophets. So when this thing comes to pass, you can't say you ain't know. All right, but let's play this clip, and we'll grab some precepts and come back.
Technology on the planet. But next, we're going with the $10,000 technology, Neuralink, which is a computer chip surgically implanted into the brain, enabling people like Nolan here to reconnect to the world. So you were paralyzed from the neck down.
Yeah, and for about 8 years, I was trying to find some purpose in my life.
And then you got Neuralink, and what does that change?
Anything anyone can do on a computer, I can do.
And he literally does it by using only his brain. You're currently moving that with your thoughts.
Yeah, man.
I want to see you send a text with your brain.
Okay.
His hands are paralyzed, but we're going to film them so you can see they're not moving. And using the neurons firing in Nolan's brain, Neuralink can translate those signals into movements. He just typed hi with his mind. Is this not crazy to anyone else? But that's not all he can do. So you just think left, and you're about to turn left.
Left, right, don't die.
No! He absolutely crushed us, playing with only his mind.
I never thought it would allow me to do anything like this.
And future technology can not only help the mind, but also the body.
I would say the biggest question from central banks is, what is the role of tokenization and digitization? How quickly should they think about digitizing their own currency? What does that mean for the role of the dollar? If every currency digitizes and we have, you know, what does that mean for bank payments? We're not spending enough time talking about how quickly we're going to tokenize every financial asset and the opportunity we're going to have a digital wallet and moving, you know, ETFs and other things through a digital wallet. And I think that's going to happen worldwide very rapidly. And I think most countries are ill-prepared for that.
CBDCs are what they're going to do. They're going to introduce CBDCs, central bank digital currencies, for those who don't know what that means. And then they can control all the money. So they can stop you being able to spend money in certain areas, which restrict you geographically, or spend money on certain things. They're going to introduce CBDCs. Now, for you at home who doesn't know what CBDC is, it's very simple. It's a centralized digital banking currency. Centralized bank digital currency, what it's going to do is going to allow them to have absolute control of the money, so they can control it with a time limit. One, forcing you to spend it, or not allowing you to spend it. Two, they can control it geographically. And three, they can control what you can and can't buy. No meat, no gas. Yeah, you can't buy meat, you can't buy gas. Or you can't travel to this area, well, you can't buy a train ticket to this area because there's protests over there, we don't want to protest. They're going to control you, they're going to get you by the bank strings, and they're going to strangle you.
I would say the biggest question from central banks is, what is the role of tokenization and digitization? How quickly should they think about digitizing their own currency? What does that mean for the role of the dollar? If every currency digitizes and we have, you know, what does that mean for bank payments? What does that mean for the payment companies like MasterCard and Visa? All these are being questioned right now. I will, you know, I think we spend so much time talking.
It's going to allow them to have absolute control of the money, so they can control it with a time limit. One, forcing you to spend it, or not allowing you to spend it. Two, they can control it geographically. And three, they can control what you can and can't buy. No meat, no gas. Yeah, you can't buy meat, you can't buy gas. Or you can't travel to this area, but you can't buy a train ticket to this area because there's a protest over there. We don't want to protest.
They want total control. All right, they want total control. And what we're seeing right now happening around the world, if you're paying attention, is the money is changing. Okay, this dollar is crashing, it's losing value. Okay, every single day, it's losing more and more value, and eventually, you know, the dollar is going to crash. Once the dollar crashes, it's going to have no value. Your money, your paycheck, whatever, your savings is going to be worthless. Okay? You're not going to be able to afford food. You're not going to be able to buy food no matter how much money you have, physical money. If you have any money in the bank and you don't have physical money, it's going to be all that's going to be is numbers on the screen, and the screen is about to go black. And when that happens, a lot of people are going to be hungry, starving, getting violent. Okay? They understand this time is coming. This is why they call it a great reset. They're about to reset this whole system. Okay? Let's grab this. It's Revelation chapter 3 and verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation. We're coming into a time of great temptation where the whole world is about to be tried like they were during the C9. You're about to be tried and, you know, told to take the MOTB. If you want to keep your job, you remember, they had the same rhetoric back during the C9. If you want to keep your job, be able to continue to shop and go in the stores. And that was just the priming. That was just them getting you ready, you know, conditioning you, you know, for the real thing. Now this is when it's going to get real. They're going to have literal troops and guards at these doors of these stores. You know, you're not going to be able to go into particular buildings, go keep a job, drive a car. It's like driving without a license. It's going to be driving without a microchip. If you're not chipped, you can't drive. Okay? Completely kicked out of society. So that's why it's going to be so much temptation. Okay? Because people are going to want life to go back to normal. But it'll never be normal again. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, that's us. You know, suffering with Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, serving Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, and maintaining to this word. Okay? Not everybody's doing that. I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. The Lord's going to keep us from this time, because really the Lord got to be within your mind. You can say, I ain't taking it, I ain't taking it. But the Lord has to put a spirit on you not to take it. Okay? And quite frankly, he's going to put the spirit on a lot of people to take it in the time that we're coming into. Okay? Whatever. We've seen the pre-run with the C-19. Your own family members was arguing and fighting, talking about you gotta go take it. You had houses splitting up. You know? It's about to be that times 100 bajillion. And Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is giving you the warning through his prophets. Now everybody's talking about it. The first people to really start speaking about this were the men of the Lord. Okay? You had a few people here and there, but ultimately it was the men of the Lord, the men of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Starting with our head elders and apostles of Great Millstone on down. And a lot of guys scoffed and mocked, but now we see it playing out. You had that guy, MrBeast, one of the most famous YouTube creators. He has a ridiculous amount of influence, especially over children. Okay? And he's promoting it on his channel like it's something cool. Smiling and shit. You can't stop smiling the whole video. This guy's a demon. All right? But we told you this was going to happen. We told you that MrBeast, that's his name. You know, that's what they call him, MrBeast, will be one of the main ones to promote the mark of the beast. And here we are. You see it. It says, we shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon earth. So the whole world is about to be tried with this. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. Yeah, don't let nobody take your crown. You know, you got to remain true and pure to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua in hopes that he going to deliver you in these times. We going to need divine intervention. We going to need the Lord to be with us. Okay? You're not going to be able to go into a store or stop at a restaurant very soon unless you have this technology. This is what Esau wants. Let's read this in the NLT. It says, because you have obeyed my command to persevere, I will, a scripture says, he that endureth to the end, the same shall be saved. So we got to persevere. We have to endure. Because you have obeyed my command to persevere, I will protect you from the great time of testing that will come upon the whole world to test those who belong to this world. This is a test for those who belong to this world. If you're not serious about Yahweh Shem Yahushai and serving Yahweh Shem Yahushai, ultimately you belong to this world. And this test is about to get you up out of here. Okay? I am coming soon. Hold on to what you have, so that no one will take away your crown. And that's the whole thing. Esau, he wants you to denounce Yahweh Shem Yahushai. That's what this devil wants. He wants you to denounce Yahweh Shem Yahushai, which will be him taking your crown, and you end up being destroyed here in America. You see, misery loves company. He wants you to be destroyed with him. Okay? But Yahweh Shem Yahushai has commanded us not to take it, so that we can, Lord willing, be saved. All right, let's play some more.
They're going to control you. They're going to get you by the back strings. And they're going to strangle you.
I would say the biggest question from central banks is, what is the role of tokenization and digitization? How quickly should they think about digitizing their own currency? What does that mean for the role of the dollar? If every currency digitizes and we have, what does that mean for bank payments? What does that mean for the payment companies like MasterCard and Visa? All these are being questioned right now. I think we spend so much time talking about AI. We're not spending enough time talking about how quickly we're going to tokenize every financial asset, and the opportunity we're going to have a digital wallet and moving, ETFs and other things through a digital wallet. And I think that's going to happen worldwide very rapidly. And I think most countries are ill-prepared for that and underappreciate how technology is changing that, not unlike how technology is changing AI and other things. It will be changing the technology around the plumbing of finance.
Secondly, they'll use a central digital.
It will be changing the plumbing around the finance. They're changing the money system. They're changing the money, man. Okay, we told you, bringing this back. Ezekiel chapter 33 and verse 33. And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, then they shall know that a prophet hath been among them. You're going to know the true man of the Lord was among you. You're going to know that this word went out. You're going to know that you heard this before. You're going to know that you was warned. Okay? There's going to be no doubt in your mind. Okay? It says, that's the point.
Currency. And you're going, what? Where does it say that? It says it when it says the number of the name 666, and it's a mark that you bear. And it speaks about how you cannot buy or sell without having that mark. That suggests to me a digital currency because of the number 666. But thirdly, it says that all the inhabitants will be required to worship the beast. So what we have here is one world government, one world economy, one world religion, and yet Daniel makes it very clear that it will be different than anything we've seen here to date. And this is where people a lot of times say, well, it's a revival of the ancient Roman Empire, or it's this thing or that thing. It's going to be a system that has not been seen by mankind ever before, and that's why I think people won't.
It's going to be a technocracy, okay? A technocracy, AI controlled system, okay? And Yahweh Shem Yahushai told us we was coming into this time. Let's grab this real quick, man. All right, this is a so-called pastor, so we're going to take the meat from the bone. But he said a few good things here, all right? But it's going to be a technocracy, man, all right? You're going to be policed with robots and systems, all right? This is what this devil wants, okay? And then he wants to bring the population down as well. So it's not that many people. They want to, enjoy their kingdom. The last bit of their kingdom, I guess. Because this is it. But let's go right here. Revelation chapter 13 and verse 13. And he doth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast. And Esau, what is he doing with Mr. Beast. He's trying to deceive people into, you know, wanting to take that mark of the beast. Okay? And then what? The guy who's paralyzed can now, you know, paraplegic, now he can use a computer, you know. He can do this, he can do that. It's going to be those miracles, too, that's going to get these people to really, you know, go for it. You know, a lot of people are going to end up taking it. It says, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they which had an image, it's lucky that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. Okay, which is the Roman Empire. Okay, America is the Roman Empire revitalized. Okay, the second leg of the Roman Empire. It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. So this man is going to cause everybody, okay? He's not going to physically force you, but he's going to cause you to end up having to take it if you want to be a part of the society, if you want to function in his system, okay? Like I said, it's going to be a technocracy. So it's going to have robots, and you got cameras and AI and scanning you, and if you're not registering, you're not going to be able to be a part of his system, which is why it says she'll be killed. Okay, you're going to be ousted from society. This is why you watch the movies like the movie Demolition Man. Okay, the movie Demolition Man with Sylvester Stallone and the dude that played on Blade, Wesley Snipes. Okay, in that movie they showed you something heavy because basically it was like a technocracy. Okay, it was a lot of technology. But what you noticed too was you had people that was living underground. Okay, that wasn't a part of that system, that didn't want to be a part of the system, and it was was actively being hunted by that system. But something they showed you in that movie was what they was eating rat burgers. Meaning what? They wasn't able to live off of the system anymore. They had to, make do whatever they had to eat. And that's where our trust in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua is going to come in at. Because the Lord's going to make a way out of no way for us. But everybody else, if you ain't been serving Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, you're not going to be able to, hold out for too long. Okay? A lot of people going to end up taking it. All right. It says, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So no man, woman, or child is going to be able to buy or sell. You're not going to be able to go in the store and buy anything or do anything without this technology. Okay. This is why it's so heavy. People keep saying, why they so hung up on the MOT on the chip? Why they can't stop talking about that? You're gonna see why. You're gonna see why. Okay, Jake don't get it. Jake don't see it. See, the prophets were visionaries. We understand what's coming. This chip is going to hit people like a ton of bricks. It's going to change your life. Okay? It's going to change your life. You see what happened with COVID. A lot of people's lives changed with that. That showed them that they can touch you. They can control you. So now they about to take it up a notch. And when they bring out this chip, it's going to change everybody's life. The world is going to change overnight. That's when it's going to get real, because you're going to have to make a decision. Same thing with that yab. When people decided to take that yab, that was a serious decision they had to make. That's coming again, but worse. Okay? Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding. And not everybody have understanding. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666, 666. Okay, which is in that technology. When you scan it, you can scan it like a barcode. Okay, which is when you go into that barcode, that's where you get 666. That's this man's beast system. All right, everything has to be scanned. When you purchase something, you have to scan it. Okay. putting it into his system. He can tax you. That's how he taxing you. You know, when it's scanned, you getting taxed. All right. So we see exactly what's going on, and now the world is starting to see it. Okay, but most people are still lost.
Recognize it. You may recall on Palm Sunday and Easter, I talked about how that the Jews didn't recognize Jesus because they had a different picture in their frame of what the Messiah would look like. And I think for many times we have a different view of what the end times are going to be like because we have framed it in such a way that if it doesn't go in the way we want it to go, it's going to catch us off guard. We expect we'd be able to recognize the Antichrist when he comes on TV because he's going to be so dog evil ugly, and nobody would be taken in. You know, be wearing a red cape, a red tights.
And this shows you that these Christians don't know what's going on. All right, nobody knows what's going on but the men of the Lord, the true men of the Lord. Because this guy with a shaved face is talking about the Antichrist coming on TV, not realizing that he's an Antichrist. Okay, he's an Antichrist. There's many Antichrists. Let's grab that, matter of fact, man. All right, because if you're not serving Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua in truth and sincerity, calling upon the right Lord, okay, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua and you know, getting in line with what the scriptures truly say, then you're an Antichrist. You still, if you worship white Jesus or pray to Jesus at all, you're an Antichrist because you are against the true Messiah. Okay, let's grab that. This is 1 John chapter 2 and verse. Let's read it. Let's read all this. This is good. And let me grab it in the NLT as well. All right. So I don't want to make this too long, but I definitely want to go into this. All right. What's that? 1 John 2. First John 2, and let's start at verse 15. Read this in the NLT. Okay. 1 John chapter 2 and verse 15, it says, do not love this world nor the things it offers you. And that's the problem, people. They love this world. Okay. Niggas be like cash rules everything around me. You know, in that spirit, they're caught up in carnality and vanity. It says, for when you love the world, you do not have the love of the Father in you. And that's what happens. That's why a lot of people commit heinous crimes and murders, because they love this world. They want to be somebody in this world. For the world offers only a craving. Salakia, man. It's getting late. I've been getting up early, so after a while, the body starts shutting down, man. That's why we got to be changed. Okay, we need new bodies, and Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua is gonna bless us with new bodies. You know, but I ended up doing like 2 videos yesterday and forgot to upload them, so I'm trying to, you know, I'm gonna have to upload them as time goes on. I don't want to, but I figure I'll do a live, you know, all through the spirit. Allow that spirit to keep going, okay? Because the more this word go out, the closer we get to getting the hell up out of here. This is why we see these things are playing out on the earth. So let's bring this back. It says, 1 John chapter 2, verse 16, for the world offers only a craving for physical pleasure, a craving for everything we see, the pride in our achievements and possessions. These are not from the Father, but are from this world. And this world is fading away. So this world, as we know it, is fading away, man. You know, when you look, especially if you over here in America, when you look around you, everything, and I often do this, everything you look at around you, just take a look around. Everything you look at, it's going to come a day where it's going to burn, it's going to melt, okay? It's going to be destroyed in thermonuclear fire. Thus saith the scriptures. And that's going to keep you in the right mindset. No, none of this shit matters. All hell is about to break loose. The Lord is about to shut this place down. And you got guys like this guy. All right.
Guys, the most futuristic tech.
Getting ready to unveil some futuristic technology to you with a smile on his face. Okay. Chester the cheater. That's what he look like, man. Okay. All excited. And the Lord is going to use guys like this to get into the minds of the masses. It says, and this world is fading away along with everything that people crave. But anyone who does what pleases the Most High will live forever, right? If you do the will of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, you're going to inherit eternal life. Okay? You're going to be delivered. Good luck. Let me finish this up. It says, verse 18, Dear children, the last hour is here. You have heard that the Antichrist is coming, and already many such Antichrists have appeared. You hear this? You heard that the Antichrist was coming, but already many such Antichrists have appeared. So you got many Antichrists out here, man. Majority of you people here in America are Antichrist. You're against the true Messiah. Okay? From this we know that the last hour has come. So we in the last days, man. Okay? We in the last days. You're going to have guys that call themselves, you know, MrBeast. You know? Being promoted to your children. You got kids, people that just give their kids a tablet and they have them sitting in front of a TV, a tablet their whole life. They're on YouTube watching MrBeast videos. And this guy gets billions. Sometimes I believe he's even gotten a trillion, at least a trillion views at one point in time on his videos. All right. Matter of fact, let's go look at it, man. Let's go look at his channel. All right, MrBeast. Because this guy, all right, MrBeast. And this is the video right here where he's promoting the Neuralink. He's promoting a lot of technology.
You're always trying to pull off the impossible.
So like he's promoting a lot of technology, but one of the first, I believe the first one was the MOTB, okay? Or the second one or something like that. All right.
Connect to the world. So you were paralyzed from the neck down.
Yeah, and for about 8 years, I was trying to find some purpose in my life.
And then you got Neuralink, and what has that changed?
Anything anyone can do on a computer, I can do.
And he literally does it by using only his brain. You're currently moving that with your thoughts.
Yeah, man.
I want to see you send a text with your brain.
Okay.
His hands are paralyzed, but we're going to film them so you can see they're not moving. And using the neurons firing in Nolan's brain, Neuralink can translate those signals into movements. He just typed hi with his mind. Is this not crazy to anyone else? But that's not all he can do. So you just think left, and you're about to turn left.
Left, right, don't die.
No. He absolutely crushed us playing with only his mind.
I never thought would allow me to do anything like this.
And you see how he got him playing video games, and it's all to appeal to children, because that's the next generation. Once they get the children, they got the people, man. Okay? They got the people. A lot of these people that's yabbed and, you know, old, and they're going to end up dropping dead anyways. So they know that they want to get their children. Go look at that movie, The Fifth Wave. It showed you how pretty much they you know, what's the word? They recruited the children. All right?
Future technology can not only help the mind, but also the body. For people like Kai, a 12-year-old born without an arm and was sadly abandoned on the side of the road. This is what Kai thinks he's about to get. This is hard, and he has no idea he's in a fake doctor's office and about to get the most advanced bionic arm on the planet. A $25,000 bionic ligament straight out of a superhero movie. Let's surprise him. Hey, Kai.
Hello.
Do you mind telling me a little bit about yourself?
I'm 12. I'm adopted from China. Kai has no idea that that's Jenny.
Your mom told me that you were a big fan of the channel.
Wait, no way.
Yes, and this is the arm you were going to be getting, but I didn't think that was good enough. So, I got you a present.
No way.
This is the most futuristic bionic arm on the planet. Your mom told me that you like playing sports, you like being active, and this should make everything you want to do much more easy.
No way.
The cool part about this arm too is there's sensors in there, and you'll be able to use the hand without having to pull out anything. The sensors will be able to pick up on your nerves. Isn't that freaking cool?
Yes.
Like that arm? Oh, look at that. Here's a piece of wood. See if you can grab it. There you go. Is that not freaking crazy? All right, you want to try shaking my hand? Oh, that's so cool. There we go. Look at that. And then obviously, if you ever don't want the beast grading, you can just pop it off.
I'm keeping this on. This is the best day of my life.
Real? Oh,
I've seen so many of your videos where you help people. I never thought that would be me.
here we are. Sure, this bionic arm is like.
See here, he already got him. All right, he already got the youth, man. Okay, and that's how he get him. All right, Esau is very crafty, man. He's a crafty hunter. Okay, let's go look at this guy's channel though. That's what we're gonna go do.
But it's nothing compared to the $150,000 flying car. You think that thing will beat me to work?
Oh yeah, if somehow you win, I'll give you $1 million.
You'll give me $1 million if I win?
Oh yeah.
Oh, all right, let's get this.
All right, so you see his channel. All right, let's go look at him.
You want to try shaking my hand? Oh, that's so.
That's crazy.
Here at MrBeast, we are always trying to pull off the.
Yeah, so I'm trying to. I don't know if I can even do it like this. But basically, this guy is he's pushing the heavy. They're using him, and they're gonna use many people like him. All right. Okay, yeah, what I tell you. So look at the amount of views he has. Trillions, okay? Trillions. And this is why, well, billions, Salakia. He got billions. I ain't gonna say trillions, it's not trillions, billions, all right? And these are people that he has influenced with this channel since 2012. So imagine, once he come out and start pushing it heavy, all right, and other so-called celebrities like him, that's it. A lot of these people going up taking it, man. All right, and Yahweh Shem Shai has given us the heads up, the warning, and we've given you the heads up and the warning from Yahweh Shem Shai. So if you end up taking it, then that's on you. Okay. Gonna be no excuse. Video getting hundreds of millions of views. All right. That's the point, though. I ain't gonna make it too long. All right, I'm honestly exhausted about to pass out anyway. So, Lord, when this lesson was edifying to those for elect, double honors to our teachers, the elders, and apostles, the great millstone, who taught us his truth and sincerity. Peace and salutations to those for elect scattered abroad. Shalom to 144,000. I just want to show you that, those clips of this guy, MrBeast. Okay, very ironic name, and how he's promoting the MOTB, which we told you through the Spirit that that's what he would do. Now he's doing it. Okay, and through the Spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai, we know what that means. We're almost out of here. Okay, we're almost out of here, man. They're gonna move this thing fast. Okay, overnight they can start mass mandating everybody get microchipped. Okay, all they need is some type of Black Swan event, and that's it. Stay prayed up, stay in the Spirit. Okay, our salvation is nearer than we believe. Shalom.